Good afternoon, everyone. So, what are you guys having for breakfast? It's also the afternoon. Did I say good morning? It's afternoon. I woke up earlier than normal, but then I was too lazy to get out of bed because my legs were feeling super tired for some reason. I didn't do any exercise, so how are they tired? Anyways, my mom bought a bunch of random these you could eat raw, but then I was like, I don't really want to eat them raw because they're in the fridge for quite a while, so they're quite cold. I'm just gonna cut them up and then put them in the microwave because what else do I do with them? I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but when I eat these, them without heating them up, it's just I taste the texture, not the texture, but taste the coldness on it, which yeah, it just tastes kind of off. So I'm just gonna cut them. I used all the sausages in this bag, so I think that should be enough. Why is this cap not fitting on this properly? What? Whatever. Let me just... Oh no. I kind of finished the novel that I mentioned a vlog ago. So basically, okay, let me try to summarize it. I kind of finished it because half the novel was actually about, the problem and the main story and stuff. And the other half, I don't know what the other half was about because I was like, you know what? The problem is solved. Why is there more chapters? Why is there hundreds of chapters left if the problem is solved? I realized that I kind of made the summary a little too long, so I'm gonna try to summarize it again. So basically, she was reading a novel and she has transmigrated as a side character that's foolishly in love with the crown prince. And so she's chasing the crown prince. She would rather die than not have the crown prince. And she's the reason she's acts this way is because her father and people in her family kind of indulge her a lot. She never got to say no. People don't say no to her often, so in that situation she's very spoiled. So then after the transmigration, she's acts completely different. She acts mature. She's very outspoken, very she speaks very well, all of that. And then she also has a sister that doesn't like her and trying to be the empress and stuff like that. So her sister got with the crown prince, and the sister basically will do everything in her power to make the crown prince the emperor. The emperor is still alive. The emperor is actually the love interest for the main character because the main character found out oh, he's poisoned, because she read the novel. She knows he's poisoned and she knows how to solve that problem and how to cure him from that poison. So she does that, and they slowly get closer, and the main character slowly falls in love with him, and they get married, and she becomes the empress and all of that. There's also concubines, but the emperor doesn't really care about the concubines, so there's that another thing. And then we go back to the sister. The sister is not actually a good person at all. She drugs young people, young girls, into prostitution, so then it can make the officials happy. She'll basically kill the people that opposes the crown prince to be the future emperor and stuff. At the end, the crown prince is stripped of the title of the crown prince, and he demoted to the prince of whatever, and he gets sent off to a different place, so he doesn't bother with the palace and stuff. And then later on, it was found out that the sister is actually not related to the duke. The duke is the main character's father, so they're not actually related at all. The sister is basically her mother faked being having having intercourse with the duke. They didn't actually do anything. Instead, the sister's mother slept with another guy, and then the other guy came up to that household to the main character's household and told the whole entire situation. And then at the end of the day, the sister ended up dying because she threatened the main character and was attempting to kill the main character. So yeah, that's basically it. I literally try my best to summarize the whole entire story, so it sounds very boring. It's because I summarized a lot of the juicy parts. Okay, guys? It says clean before each cycle, right? And look, I can't pull it out. I don't know what I'm supposed to do, guys. I'm stuck. I don't want the place getting on fire. Let me pull this out. Also, I'm not this tall. I'm literally standing on a chair right now. So, I can't get this out. I'm also afraid if I pull too hard on it, it's gonna break. And then, yeah, and that will suck. So, that's great. Let me get it out. I give up. No, that sounds like someone else's problem. My mountains have closed. Oh, did I tell you guys? You know the earring that I was mentioning a couple of vlogs ago about how one of my earrings went missing? I found the earring. It was in my shower. I was like, what is this like silver thing in my shower? And it was actually my earring. So I don't know how it got there, but yeah. So I was searching at the wrong place. It was not in my bedroom. It was on my shower. Anyways. This is such a random question, but do you guys think I have long hair? Because I feel like my hair is like medium length, because it's up to here. Because I was like looking at TikToks and then I saw a lot of pretty people with like really long luscious hair and I got jealous. I was like, maybe I should start growing my hair out too. Because I kind of missed my long hair from when I was in elementary school. Because in elementary school, I had hair, like the longest length of my hair was up to my waist. And that was crazy. I had like one of the longest hair, like one of the people with the longest hair in my elementary school. So that was insane. I don't know how I maintained it. Like, it got to the point, my hair was like super unhealthy as well. I did nothing to it. I didn't straighten it. I didn't do anything. All I did was like wash it. And it was super unhealthy because of how long it was. Like, it was like, yeah, I told you it was up to my waist. And like, if I were to like compare like the bottom part of my hair and I would put it like on my head, the head on my hair, it would be two different colors. Like the bottom part of my hair would be brown and the top of my head would be black. And so it would be like the bottom of my hair would be brown. I was like, oh my god, that's so unhealthy. And there was like tons of split ends. And then if you have super long hair, if you ever had super long hair, you can actually relate to this because the back of my head was like all tangled and everything. Like there were split ends, and it was like after like I would like break up my hair so it would be untangled, and then a couple hours later the back of my head would like become tangled over again. And I was like, bro, are we serious? And then I got so sick and tired of fixing that. I would cut my hair every single time. I would be like, I was so done with like long hair. So I started cutting it. And then each time it's like near that length, I would cut it again. But like seeing those TikTok videos of people having long hair, I want long hair again. So I don't know. Is it worth all the trouble of like having to untangle my hair? Probably not. But it just looks so luscious and pretty. And I don't know. Guys, help me out. What would you guys do? I think I should grow my hair out. And then if it starts like that and I can't really like deal with that situation of it having to deal with like tangle the back part of my hair, I'll just cut it again. But yeah, I mean, it's not that long that it has tangles, so I should be fine for the next couple of months. Oh, I kind of miss long hair. Anyways, such a random question. I saw a TikTok video of someone like basically having really long hair, and it was like all the way up to her waist, and she was wearing like a backless dress, and I was like, that backless dress and long hair is so pretty and I want to wear something like that. But also the dress was like $600 and I don't think I want to spend $600 on like clothing material that barely covers anything. So I was like, you know what, maybe next time. Maybe I decided to buy a $600 dress when I actually start working. This mess on my table is bothering me so much, so we're gonna clean it up. I can't completely clean this because there's a lot of things that are in here that I'm gonna put in my journal. So I guess it's gonna be this messy until I like put everything in my journal. Look how many. See, I'm not done using this. It'll be a waste if I print it out and I don't use it. I'll show you all of this. I feel like I showed you this before, but I'm kind of bored. I don't know what to do. So yeah, like the rose. What's everything related to rose? I want to try to put these into this journal, but I don't know where to put them because there's like barely anything. It's like a post-it made. Yeah, and this is like just mailing stuff. And then there's like, oh, this would be perfect to like, no, I was gonna be like, oh, this would be perfect as a bookmark to like show me what pages I already done, and then I can move on to like flip to that page. But I already have these like strings that tell me where everything is. Like, oh, my next page is gonna be here. But so it would be pointless to put like this bookmark here. But it's a pretty bookmark. What does this say? How do people journal like this? Because I feel like I wrote the letters and then I left them alone. And then I went past this page because I was like, okay, this page is kind of pointless. This is why it's a good idea for me to never buy those journals that have like calendars. Because I feel like I would just waste that page. Because what I just left this alone. Monday is the 2nd, right? What do I write for the 2nd? Tuesday is the 3rd. What do I do there? Like, what do I write here? So, yeah. I mean, it looks pretty though, so I'll give it credit. What does this say? Roses will bloom all the time. My love is always warm. That's so sweet, but I don't get it. How does this relate to anything?